Sell it, I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. From my heart and soul, and so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Hey. Motion.
On second down, it's Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult goal to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to be, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll run it with Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. 30 base. I'm coming for you.
Now Jones. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Okay,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 2nd and 9 now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Topper!
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Check back. Bravo!
51's the mic.
Go!
51's the mic.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. Here's Jones throwing again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
I got you, boy.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You draw Corker. 36. Look, squeeze.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check Mike. Watch the curl.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
Yes.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Go, go.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Don't get nervous.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st down, Jones. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is. Because
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Kenny Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He finds McCoy. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that, Tony.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
We got three.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Block it. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
8-3.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Campbell making the catch. Powers through again. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Right. He's talking. You did it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
5. Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
You got tight right there. Watch out.
6'6", bullet high.
Check. Watch the safety creep. Check. Crunch.
Ready.
They'll go again to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
64, wait. Check 26, check 26.
On the run, it's Campbell. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check back 16. Check back 16.
Jones now on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, his 2nd sack of the night. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Campbell. And the ball is knocked out